Alright guys, do you know who the real misogynists are? The people who let women go into men's American football. Look at this. This is outrageous.
Shit. And then they motion. The guy ran at 50 yards. Get him.
That's just hard to watch. What father would want to see that? That is the last thing I'd want my daughter to do. Listen, she is already at a disadvantage. Males have longer limbs, stronger bones, greater muscle mass and strength, greater aerobic capacity, pretty much bigger lungs. The average size of an NFL football player is 6'2" and 245. If I have a daughter that wants to one day play in the NFL, I'm gonna be like, hell no. Hell no. Do you know that concussions occur 1 in 5 games? So there's a 1 in 5 chance that you might get a concussion. Your brain might get messed up. So me knowing all these facts, why would I let my daughter go and play football against a bunch of boys? It's better I let her go in some sort of female league. Just like how there's a WNBA, I think there should be a female league for football. And I think there is. I think it's called the LFL.
But guess what? We don't get to just chill and go to sleep on defense. Good night, bitch! So what y'all about to do now? We gonna come in, regroup, do exactly what we started at the game with. Yeah. We gonna run it down their fucking throats and this.
Yeah, I could see this getting views. You know, yeah, I could. Alright.
I'm feeling like a loser. Gave you all my time and attention, should've left soon. I'm a boss in my life, so you know I try to rule ya. Niggas staring at her, turn to stone like my dude.
Alright, if y'all new to the channel, my name is Jay Hall. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Help me reach 500K subscribers. Alright, so I dug around the internet and found some more women in men's football leagues. And here's a video that I was actually surprised to find. A woman tackling a man in a football game.
Kelly McNamara is her name, and she's the kicker for North Penn High School in Pennsylvania. The opposing team tried to rock a trick play, which usually works. Kelly spotted it right away, and well, you saw the rest. She sent this guy flying.
I mean, I wouldn't say she sent him flying, but just imagine the shame I would feel if I got tackled by a girl named Kelly. I could forget about playing in college. I could forget about the respect of my teammates because I will be the laughingstock of the entire team. And here's another girl tackling a guy.
In front of a homecomings crowd on Friday against Lakeland, she went 3 for 3 on extra points, hit a 26-yard field goal, and made a touchdown-saving tackle.
I wasn't going to let him score.
The Grizzlies went on to win by 4.
When I barely get to make tackles, it's enjoyable for me, and especially, I know my dad likes to see me tackle people.
If her dad wanted a boy, he should have just said so. One day she's gonna tackle the wrong player and he might just break her in half by just falling on her because they're big as shit. And here's the first female kicker in college sports. That's how you know there's a clear difference between men and women, especially in sports. Because if a man did that bullshit, he will get clowned. But because it's a woman, she'll get participation points. She's like, you go, girl.
A day. What a day in college football.
And then that's why it's just not fair for men and women to compete in the same league. I'm not saying that to be sexist, because I know people will be like, oh, you're just sexist. No, I'm saying that to protect women. Why would I want women to go out there with 6'2", 245-pound guys that can break them in half easily? Like, take a look at this Super Bowl commercial, for instance. It's clear that they're trying to push an agenda that women can be in the NFL and compete just as well as guys. But this is a very dangerous mentality, guys. Watch this.
They've said a lot of things about Tony Harris. They said she was too small. They said she was too slow. Too weak. They said she'd never get to the next level. Never inspire a new generation. Never get a football scholarship. Yeah, people have made a lot of assumptions about Tony.
But I've never been a big fan of assumptions.
Shut your ass up. I'm gonna let Think Before You Sleep break this down for y'all.
I gotta say, I'm inspired now. Not only am I ready to buy a Toyota RAV4 because it's not too small, not too slow, and not too weak for me, but I also think I'm ready to become a professional football player.
My dream moving forward is to become the first female NFL player.
Okay, I'm with you. Toyota showed her doing some workouts, so let's see where her squat's at. Oh, oops, it looks like they zoomed in to the point where you can't see how much she's lifting. I'm sure that was an accident. What about her bench press? Also zoomed in too much to see what kind of plates are there. Curious though, when she's doing the battle ropes or flipping the tire, which are exercises that are much harder to easily quantify, they're fully zoomed out. That must be a coincidence.
It's clear as day that they're trying to push this agenda, but it's actually very dangerous. And did you think she actually made the NFL? No, those guys would destroy her.
She was the one that said, yeah, I feel like I just did. Bro, chill out.
Do you want to put your hands on me?
Bro, chill out.
Women.
How you hate me, tell me how you hate me, tell me how I'm trash.
And this is why girls are so quick to put their hands on guys just like this. Because of movies, social media, because of all that, every woman thinks they can beat up a guy. Even when a girl's in your face like this, my advice is to not punch or hit a girl.
Why you should never hit a woman. I posted a video about how to defend yourself against a female attacker, but I got a lot of heat because I said you should never hit a woman. A lot of guys said equal rights, equal fights. They wanted to know, what's the difference whether your attacker's a man or a woman? Look, in a life or death situation, or if you're truly in danger, you need to do whatever you need to do. No one's questioning that. But in any self-defense situation, regardless of whether your attacker is a man or a woman, you need to use the minimum force necessary to get the job done. Punching somebody in the face is the nuclear option. You can bust their jaw, you can break their eye socket, or you can even kill them if they hit their head on the curb. Against a smaller, weaker opponent, you should always try to find other ways to control them or diffuse the situation. You have to picture yourself in front of a jury, half of which will be women. Would a reasonable person agree that your defensive response was in proportion to the threat? If the answer is yes, you're probably okay. If the answer is no, you're going to prison.
And I agree, one punch shouldn't worth your whole life in prison. So I say only attack if your life is actually in danger. Other than that, I'll just create some space between me and the girl. I'm not punching the girl. I'm not delusional. I know if I punch her, she's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But here's women's rugby. This how they do it in rugby? On her back? Huh? Yo. Not what? Are y'all seeing this bullshit? She was really gonna put it on her back. Oh, so you tell me they never had one practice? They didn't practice this?
Quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you as someone who's so prominent in your sport, you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on?
No. I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in. I'm the highest paid fighter, not because Dina and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice for the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers. They do it because I make them the most money. And I think that the money that they make should be proportionate to the money that they bring in.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So now I found a woman on TikTok that's like arguing this logic right here. Let's see what she says.
I think you've had some pretty bad takes in the past, but I think this one is one of your worst so far.
Athletes more, they should be paid as much as the men point, and the fact of the matter is male athletes just bring in more money.
And what causes that? What causes that? What in business brings in more money? Is it that male sport is more entertaining than female sport? Really? Let's have a look at this objectively. The truth of the matter is that all sport is boring as fuck, but when it comes to male sport, there is more investment in the entertainment value. And what do I mean by the entertainment value? All the extra shit put in on top of the game to make the sport more interesting and keep the audience engaged.
Yes, they can afford to do that because a lot of people show up to the games and buy tickets, so they have more money to invest, so people can actually feel like they get their money's worth.
And keep the audience engaged. You know, the flashing lights, the annoying sounds, the music, the halftime entertainment.
She is not trying to argue that people watch sports because of flashing lights. The fuck you talking about?
And the truth of the matter is, male sports get more put into them than female sports because sports alone is boring as fuck for most people.
A lot of sports watchers are men, and men for the most part are interested in male sports. And male sports get a lot more attention. Overall raw talent, man, it's entertaining. Shit they can do with their bodies, no homo. It's pretty amazing, bro, and it's very entertaining to watch.
Oh, and let's not forget the men getting drunk together and bonding over men throwing balls and sweating on TV. The second thing you need to consider is marketing. If you don't have marketing, you don't have a business. And the more you put into marketing, the more you get back.
Okay, so if I have a shit product and I market it, does that change the fact that it's still a shit product? Like, if I have a really, really bad song, right? And I put $1 million behind it to promote it. Does that change the fact that it's a bad song and people don't want to hear it? If it doesn't resonate with people, people are not going to listen. That's it.
So how much money is put into men's sport marketing compared to women's sport marketing?
And they can put more money into marketing because they're actually making more money.
They don't pay us, they don't invest in us, and then they blame us for the failure. And there's nothing like women standing in that echo chamber singing the praises of that same misogyny.
And you know what? She's going to say all this, but not support women's sports. She probably don't even watch women's sports. You know what I'm saying? To begin with, women don't even watch sports like that. And majority of sports fans are men. So if you really wanted women's sports to be taken more seriously, I think the women should come together and watch that shit more, support it more, go to the games, buy more tickets, start watching the sports so women's sports can elevate. And with that said, I'll see you on the next one, man.
I'm feeling like a loser. Gave you all my time and attention, should've left sooner. I'm a boss in my life, so you know I try to rule ya. Niggas staring at her, turn to stone like my dude.